Devils Tuesday. This is the Let's Go Devils podcast post-game. Oh, I thought you were waving at me like my mic isn't working. Oh.
No.
Oh,
I was just reacting.
Oh,
just
right.
reaction, Samu. Reaction.
Okay. Oh, so we're off to a slow start on this Let's Go Devils podcast post-game.
Much like the Devils today.
Yeah, streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty at SiriusXM Liquid Metal, coming to you live from beautiful California in the U.S. of A.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was interesting. That was very interesting, to say the least. It was almost, I was actually like joking in my head before we go to the Unhappy Devils recap. I was joking in my head, hey, down 6-0. I wonder what the sports bet line is. I don't know anything about sports betting. If you put down $1,000 and say, hey, the Devils are going to win this third period and score 7 goals, yeah, that'd be like wasting money. But, man, did they make that exciting? So let's go to the Unhappy Devils recap, Scotty. Tell how
yeah, they did. They did make it exciting there in the end. I'm sure, as you were, Samu, as I know I was, and everybody out there on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, the game did not start off very well. I was angry. I'm sure you were as well, Sam Wu. Before you knew it, there was... What's the matter?
I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. But keep going. I'm assuming I see levels, but I can't hear you, so that's probably my problem. Keep on going.
Okay.
Don't let me interrupt.
All
you.
right.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure there. Yeah. Game started off pretty bad. All right. Again, Devils down. Well, this time it was 4-0 after the first period. 3 first period goals that were just atrocious. I mean, the one, Ryan Murray, at least he was trying to clear out the front of the crease, and he ends up kicking away Scott Wedgwood's stick. The next one was a nice move by Rust. But, the little bouncer, you saw him fall back into the crease there. And those little bouncers, you got to come out and play that, move forward. You could just see he was a little shook. For whatever reason, probably because PK, we didn't even mention it, PK Subban not in the lineup for, I believe he was COVID protocol, but then also Ty Smith, injury-wise, upper body injury, I believe, with Ty Smith. So we got Jesper Bratt, Pavel Zacha, Ty Smith, and PK Subban out of the lineup. Recipe for disaster. And it sure as hell looked like we were in for a disaster after the first period. And tell you the truth, it actually looked like that after about the first 10 minutes of the game. Devils just looked terrible. Terrible. That's one of these games where, I don't know about you, but as a fan, I was just like, well, don't really need to pay attention to this one. Just keep it on in the background. Just do what I got to do and whatever. So second period comes along, and, we bring in Aaron Dell, and he promptly gives up another, 2 goals in the second period. Just, again, Devils look horrible. I think they had one nice shot on the power play in the first 2 periods of the game. I think Nico had one good look, and he got robbed by Jerry. So, just an all-around atrocious first 2 periods. And then something magical happened. Maybe they had their Dunkin' Donuts coffee in the locker room again. Maybe they just, I don't know what it was. Lindy Ruff had the inspirational moment where he said, guys, I would really like to be back again as your coach next year. Please don't play this terrible so that I don't get fired. And I can come back and I can coach you in a regular season and maybe we will have some success. And the boys rallied. They came together, led by the captain, Nico Hischier, put home his fourth goal at the start of the third period, 41 seconds in on the power play. Look at that. From Merkley and Will Butcher, long lost, forgotten Will Butcher. Right after that, Yegor Sharangovich, unassisted with another wicked wrista. And what is that? A shorthanded goal. I do believe that was our first of the year. Shorthanded. Nathan Bastian back in the lineup after a lengthy absence. Gets his third, also from Will Butcher and Miles 3. And all of a sudden, inside of halfway through the third, and it's 6-3, and you're like, okay, well, they're playing better in the third period at least. Nico scored. I like that. Yegor scored. Okay, I liked that. And it's like Godfather 3. And they pulled me back in, all right? And now I'm watching this third period again. And, of course, Crosby comes and scores the next goal. His 18th. Big point season again for Sidney Crosby. But then wouldn't you know it, Jackie Boy breaks double digits with his 10th goal from, wouldn't you know it, again, Yegor Sharangovich and Yanni Kuokkanen. Both those guys are racking up the points. Very nice to see all three of them on the score sheet today. So Jack Hughes comes back. And then, oh, what have we all been waiting for? Number 25, the big boy, Nolan Foote. Yesterday he got an assist. Well, today, or 2 days ago, he got the assist. Well, today he gets the goal from Nick Merkley and Damon Severson. Nice adjustment on the play, taking that shot, putting it past Jerry on the far side, blocker side there. Really good play. And I get it. The Penguins are up 6-0. I know that's what you're saying, Scotty. The Penguins were up 6-0 into the third. They went to sleep. Of course they did. That is why the Devils got back into the game. Because the Penguins just went to sleep because they were so comfortable. But we didn't just score one. We didn't just score two. We did score three. And then we scored four. And then, wouldn't you know it, Andres Janssen puts a fifth home. Or wait, what was it? Nolan Foote was the fifth, maybe. Yes, sorry. Nolan Foote was the fifth. And then Andres Janssen, with just about 40 seconds left to go, puts home his fourth of the year. Only his fourth of the year, man. Another assist for Will Butcher right there, by the way. So that was 3 assists for Will Butcher. He was playing the point on the power play in place of Ty Smith. But, of course, the Devils a little bit too late there at the end. And they can't come through with the victory. They lose to the Penguins 7-6 in a roller coaster game once again, where the Devils sleepwalk through the first 2 periods basically, and then come alive in the third once the other team kind of, starts to shut it down a little bit. They break it open. And right now that's what they need, because they don't have it all together just yet. Obviously, we can see that. But those little lapses by the other team can really spark their confidence and start getting them going. You could see the potential there. Once they got a little bit of space, once the Penguins, let back a little bit, yeah, okay, I get it. But the Devils took advantage of it, and then they started kind of built, momentum from that. That's what this team is going to do in the future, because there are a lot of talented guys here. They're just really young. All right, Nico, Jack Hughes, Yegor, Yanni, Nolan Foote, Jesper Boquist was back in the lineup today. Nick Merkley, has been looking pretty good as well. We'll see what happens with him. But he's been a feisty little player, putting up some points. Always seems to be, always hear his name. Whenever he's playing, you always hear the announced team saying Nick Merkley a lot. So I don't know. We've got a lot of guys that are finally starting to hustle. Can they put it together for 60 minutes, though? Please. Because it's so bad in the first 2 periods of this game. I mean, it was just absolutely atrocious. 3 stars, Sidney Crosby, Rodriguez for the... Oh, and Yegor. Look at that. Yegor got the 3rd star. Yegor Sharangovich got the 3rd star. Shots on goal for the Penguins. 13-8-11 for a total of 32. Devils 5 in the first period. 14-11 for a total of 30. Face-offs, Pens with the edge, 54% to 45. Power play. Hey, we got a power play goal. 1 out of 4. However, we gave up a power play goal to the Penguins. They were 1 for 2, but we did get that shorty too. Hits pretty even, 21 to 23. Blocks 9 to 18. So the Penguins definitely got us there. Giveaways only 3, which was nice. Sam Woo, how you doing? How's everyone on Facebook Live and YouTube Live? Did you make it through yet another debacle first half and then all of a sudden exciting third period?
Well, you couldn't even script it like even for this podcast. Suddenly I had technical difficulties. My headphones didn't work. And I got off to a slow start to this post game. For real. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear it all.
Except for save my job, says Lindy Ruff in the mission.
Yeah. Well, I think also, you know what? Now we're talking, someone's saying here, who was it? We are fighters. Daniel Cicerone, you're a fight. Yeah, maybe they got the Rocky theme going on every time when they walk out from the third period. Brian London here. The biggest need of the offseason is to add a 40-ounce steak and chocolate shake every night for every person on this team. Yeah, we got to beef up there a little bit. Another thing that will bother me, that bothers me again in the first 2 periods, down 6-0. Nobody can throw a big hit. No one can kind of start a little scrum, just a little something, spark the team. Anything? Nothing? Oh, I'm sorry, because Jesper Bratt is out of the lineup. Our big, tough enforcer, Jesper Bratt. Oh, my God.
You know what they need?
Save me here in this first 2 periods.
Well, they need to be, each player, it doesn't matter if you're 18 years old or you're 38 years old on the team. Everybody needs to be an everyday leader and step up to the plate and not wait for the other teammate to step up and make something happen. Now, the first 2 periods was so bad. I mean, unacceptable is not even a word.
Unacceptable. Yeah.
I can't even find a corporate type word to describe what happened other than unacceptable, and a disgrace. I don't know.
Ooh,
but the third period,
I love it.
The third period, it just like these kids, I think they felt that their jobs are on the line and they're playing for their lives.
They are. Their jobs are on the line, guys.
Yeah.
If you don't realize that, a lot of you are, playing for your hockey careers here.
Now, here's a positive. And I'm not going to make the joke, hey, if we play every period like the third period, we'll be dominant dynasty for years. No. Obviously, Lindy Ruff is probably the best coach to have right now, a veteran coach that is nurturing these youngsters.
Poor Lindy.
We have to keep in mind, even Nico Hischier is very young as well.
Oh yeah.
And these
What's
are
he,
the
23?
growing
How old is he again?
23, something like that. Yeah, something like that. 23, 22.
I think the oldest forward is Janssen. He's 26, and then the oldest that we draft. I think Miles Wood is 25. Go ahead.
And if I were Lindy Ruff, even Mark Recchi, Nasruddin, I would tell these young kids, hey, there are these spots here. Go out and take it. Earn it. Make it harder for the other guy. Because and to a 6-goal outburst. A 6-goal outburst in the third period. And then what was the outburst in against the Rangers? Was it 3 goals last game? I forgot.
Something like that.
It was multiple goals. Now, my concern is the other team's just relaxing. Hey, we're playing like the near last place Devils. Who cares?
Oh, that's definitely what's happening. Yeah.
But they kept their foot on the gas pedal, and again, they ran out of time. And
Oh,
uh,
go ahead.
what's that? No, and I think that at least this is something to build on.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they got shut out in the third period, I'd be screaming on top of my lungs for this podcast. Instead, I'm not excusing this loss, but instead, it's nice to see that they do respond to something. I mean, but do you have to be down 6-0 before you start scoring goals? I don't know.
I wish they would.
I can't explain.
I wish they would kick it into gear a little bit sooner. There, yeah. Poor Lindy. Lindy should be. If he hasn't, he should be calling. He should be like the new Tommy Lasorda for the Rolaids commercials. You know, like reaching for the Rolaids all the time with the heartburn from watching this team play. We got to get Lindy like the Rolaids, lineup if we can. Anyway, I just wanted to run through this real quick because I got it pulled up right here on Cap. Friendly. Nico Hischier is actually 22 years old. The old man on the forward squad is Andres Janssen at 26 years old. Then Miles Wood, 25. Jesper Bratt is only 22. Kind of forget about that. Think he's older. Pavel Zacha, 24. Jack Hughes, 19. Jesper Boquist, 22. Nolan Foote, 20. Nick Merkley, 23. McLeod, 23. Kuokkanen, 22. Maltstev, 23. Sharangovich, 22. Studenich, 22. Bastian, 23. Okay, so these are really, really young guys. On defense, you get a little bit older there right now. But, Ty is 21 years old. Siegenthaler is 23 years old. I don't see a lot. Love Connor Carrick, love Matt Tennyson, Will Butcher. I'm sorry, buddy. I think your time might be done with the team there. Those guys are all a little bit older. Damon is 26. Ryan Murray is 27. PK is 31. But the defense, we know we got a lot of guys on the way. With Riley Walsh, Kevin Ball, Nikita Ahoyuk. I got it right now. It's Ahoyuk. Okay.
Okay.
David Quenville as well. And what's the other guy with the other crazy name? Vuko Jovovic. Vuko Jovovic, I think. Oh man, I know I screwed that one up. And Muhammad Dulin as well. Vukovic. Yep. I think that's what it was. Vukovic and Muhammad Dulin. Again, these guys are all like 18, 19, 20 years old. Hopefully we're going to see a good bunch of them next year. Definitely 2 years from now, I think you're going to get a chance to see just about every single one of them in the NHL. But just keep that in mind when we're watching these games. We get these little glimpses. I know, Samu, I was angry. I just was like, whatever. I'm not wasting my time watching this game. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on some other stuff that I was doing, my actual work, instead of like really paying attention to the Devils game. And I was just like, I can't, this is not worth my time. And then the third period things changed.
I had my feet up. I was sending out emails. I had the game in the background, and I'm like, we're down 4-0. All right,
whatever.
Writing emails.
What a surprise!
6-0. Blah blah blah. And it's like you're thinking, usually by the third period, you're thinking, okay, so what's this podcast going to be about? And my first thought is, the same. Let's go through the checklist that Samu has when they lose this bad. I was going to do the Mets. Sell the team.
Yeah. I was going to do the Mets recap instead. When you came to me, I'd be like, in the first, the Mets came up to bat and just start talking about the Mets instead.
You know what? I that
those first two periods were like Disney were Mickey Mouse bad. They were Mickey Mouse bad. Like
it was like Family Guy. The Mets is like, and the pitch, and the season's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Opening day, the pitch, and must end the season. Or the Jets just end the season. I was thinking to myself, hey, good luck to Binghamton getting another affiliate because you don't want these guys. I was just, all the negative things start rolling through your head at that moment, but
Mhm.
I try to keep myself calm because, hey, we do this podcast. We have to get creative, but you know what? Thank you for at least mounting a respectable comeback. I'm content that you didn't get shut out. We saw Nolan Foote score his first NHL goal, so that's good. I wish Ty Smith played today. Maybe he could have been the factor.
Injured. And by the way,
Yeah.
Mackenzie Blackwood, we didn't mention that as well, also injured. And yes, I agree. Sorry, I said David Quenneville on the when I was talking about defensemen. I know he's not the highly touted prospect, but I know he's just someone on there. I meant Vukojevic. I'll get that one right.
Vukovic.
I
don't know.
I'm just
know
gonna.
if that's the real.
I'm gonna always do it right.
Real.
Whatever. I got a Ahoyuk.
That's
That's the guy That's the guy I'm really interested in. I want to see Nikita Ahoyuk come up to the big team real soon and see what he's got on that blue line.
I want to see this Penn Stater. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I'm just calling him the Penn Stater. No, the Penn Stater. Arnie. I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Talavidi?
Yeah,
I think that's right. Is he?
Yeah,
Talavidi or something?
Like that. Yeah,
that sounds right. It's probably wrong, but it sounds right. So we're gonna go with it.
I was just gonna go with it. Make up stuff as we go along, right? That's what we do.
Steve Tartas is saying that young D need at least 2 years in the AHL level in order to be competent. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but look at what our boy Ty is doing right now.
Yeah. YouTube Live.
So, unfortunately, we may not have unless you're signing all 1 year UFA old defensemen again. You're probably going to see these guys come up a little bit sooner rather than later. I would think. I think that's just the way it's going to go.
Eric Selden's comment on Facebook Live is pretty funny. If we rolled out Bobby Orr on 2 crutches, it would be an upgrade on T. That's awesome. Gregory from YouTube Live says that number 1, need to give some respect to Merkley. 2 perfect assists. 2, Sharangovich was all over the ice tonight. Whistler says wicked hit there by Bastian. Need some more of that.
Yes. Definitely need some more, I don't know, man. I can't believe there was no fights in this game or anything like that. Just being down that bad. I don't know. That's different NHL. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different NHL, but you know what? When you see the Capitals and Boston, I mean, they have a presence, a physical presence. And again, maybe I'm getting too in depth with the psychological game that goes with it, but it's a key word that I don't know if it was Cangelosi or Danico. So I think it was Danico that said this. When Foote scored, he acted like as if he's been there before, and I like to hear that because it means he means business. Second ever NHL game, he gets his first goal. Everybody remembers Adam Foote, his father, who played on the Colorado
2 points, 2 games.
Avalanche. Yeah, and you know what? That's a great start to his NHL career. And you know what? And he's not the only one that's coming up, very soon. Do you need me to go solo, Scotty?
No, why?
Oh, I thought maybe you're waving to somebody like the UPS guy.
Winston is just licking the couch endlessly, and I'm trying to get him to stop licking the couch endlessly all the time. So without just doing a massive clap and be like, "Yo, dude."
If you want, I can meet you.
No, it's okay. He's walking. He's walking over here now. Now he's going by, waddling by. If anyone doesn't know, I have a big English bulldog, a 65-pound English bulldog named Winston, who, it's more like Winston as a human, as opposed to me having a dog. That's the way I usually describe it. Yeah.
Uh, Erica Wachter and Bryce Salvador are back.
Yes, happy to see them back. Glad to see them
yeah.
back out of the COVID protocol. Very cool. You know, we got to see what the update is. PK. Hopefully there is no. Listen, we already had a pretty big scare, you know, with that earlier in the season. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Never seeing everything that happened with everybody up in Vancouver. You know, let's just hope the best for everybody and that it's not anything too bad. This is the first time since February, since we came back, that we had anyone in COVID protocol. So,
what's my goodness. So Whistler writes in the YouTube live, and thank you, Whistler. He's like our statistician, the reference guy that grabs things. Sam Wu in highlight. He highlights Sam Wu in like red. I refer you to State of the Fan Address episode 97 at the 50-50 mark when I guess Vucevic says his last name.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, we had him on, and you know, okay, you know what? I don't know if I should go to it now or whatever, but yeah, I'll take a look at it a little bit later. If you haven't noticed, you can look it up yourself on our YouTube channel. Let's Go Devils.
There you go. Harry Smith over here says, "Imagine scoring 6 in the third and still losing." Yeah, we just did that. Steve, Nolan Foote may be future captain. I'm gonna say that Nico and his 7-year contract probably is gonna negate that for a while. So maybe. And wait, how many years is Nico's contract? Is it 6 or is it 7? Let me look right now.
It's 7.
7 years remaining on his, and then he's a UFA. So got some time. Maybe in 27, 28. That's when that might happen. I guess a trade could ensue, but let's hope not. Let's hope Nico is the stud that we all think he is, and that we have been starting to see as he's finally, you know, now getting back and into the swing of gameplay here. You know, another goal today, another really good shot. I feel like he had the only good shot on that power play. I don't know what happened, maybe like 2-3 minutes into the game, into the first period. They actually had some good pressure on that power play, and that was it. But Nico had a really good shot from, I think it was the glove side. He was down near the bottom of the goal there, by the goal line. So after that first period was terrible. But seeing Nico pick up his pace, getting around the ice, moving around, it looks good. Jackie Boy looks good with Yegor Sharangovich and Yanni Kokkonen. Just keep that momentum going there.
And we have a lot of people on the YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and like
I wish it was funnier today.
Yeah, you know, if you made it this far, you're a true fan. If you made it,
you are a trooper.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, we're really stretching about the potential of this team, but I mean, seriously, let's back up and look at the big picture. Okay, in the past year, we've been through a pandemic, 9.5 months of no Devils hockey. And I thought to myself, hey, if you can keep a podcast going all pandemic long and make it to the next season like we have, you could talk about anything. But what I find right now is it's very difficult to keep it creative. At least we have games, okay? At least we have games. Because for 9.5 months, we were doing podcasts about Action Park, how to cut your hair in the pandemic, Taylor ham or pork roll. We were really stretching. But at least we have games to talk about, which is great. You know, it's like I'm very appreciative of that. At the same time, the analysis, it's like, okay, first 2 periods, they stink. They stink. And third period's like, hey, there's potential there. Did they let down their guard, or did they feel bad for us?
I mean, we need to see potential for three periods. That's where we should be right now. Like, I really, really thought this team would be able to push towards 500, by the end of the season. And for whatever excuses we want to make, the craziness that has happened and all that, I still feel like they had a chance to do it and they didn't come through. So I feel like the team is a bit behind where they should be. Now, injuries and whatnot, we can discuss all that, the shutdown, the lockdown, and all that.
Well,
So
when you made that statement about trying to get to NHL 500, and you gotta give yourself some credit here and not make excuses. You were on the assumption that Kyle Palmieri, Zajac, and the rest of these players would be still on the roster when you made when you made that statement.
Sort of. Sort of. I mean, I thought some other these other players would be called up a little bit sooner, and I really just thought the overall talent of it would start taking over. But I definitely did not expect Nico Hischier to come in and then get hurt again and go back out. That is definitely something I didn't expect at all. I was not thinking Pavel Zacha and Jesper Bratt would go down at the exact same time. Oh, right when we lose Kyle Palmieri and Travis Zajac at the trade deadline. It's basically like we lost 4 players at the trade deadline, I mean, we did with Sammy and Dmitry Kulikov, but I mean, up on the forwards, it's almost like we lost 4 players with Jesper and Pavel going down. And those are all, I mean, let's face it, Travis Zajac had a crappy beginning of the season like most players, but he turned it on. He had a pretty decent point production. Like his numbers, after a while there when he got traded, I know he scored a goal over there, but I mean, his numbers started to pick up and going in the right direction, a la a typical Travis Zajac year. So, you lose all that production, boom. It's a heavy hit. We got socked. No wonder they're playing the Rocky music. Boom, boom. Sam Woo. Sam Woo. Sam Woo.
Living in America.
That's the complete wrong song. What are you doing? That's Rocky 4.
Have you ever heard that drunk clip of James Brown? He was doing an interview, and he's like, "Living in America."
Let's not talk about drunk James Brown right now. Let's keep this PG podcast over here for the time being.
Daniel writes, the Islanders ended the hated New York Rangers winning streak 5-1.
Well, seems like they didn't have much hard time doing it.
What
do you know? Wait, no, it only took one game, and they clobbered them 5-1. Jeez, it's not even 2-1 or 3-2. 5-1.
Yeah.
God, Devils were so terrible this last week. Oh, man. When do we play Buffalo again?
Paul C. writes, man, 7 goals. I can't do this anymore. LOL. Face palm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Also, it's kind of sad. I was kind of making fun of it before, but it's kind of sad seeing Binghamton. They put out a statement, out there, and losing the affiliate. Obviously, the Devils affiliate, AHL affiliate's going somewhere. And I'm just reading some of the comments.
Isn't this the second time? Weren't we in Binghamton before as well? One time?
No, Albany, Lowell.
Or Albany we went to twice, right? Did we go to Albany twice?
I think Albany twice, yeah.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking of. All right.
And rumors are Utica. I mean, I don't know. I just hate when teams relocate because I feel like I felt bad for the Nasty Nest down in Atlanta, the Atlanta Thrashers. They had some fans. there.
They had like 10 fans. That's it. They had like 10 fans in Atlanta.
Hey, you know what? But those 10
Hockey
fans,
didn't work there. Hockey didn't work there. Send the team elsewhere like they did to Winnipeg, and they sell it out every night of the week. Send a team that doesn't work to Quebec.
I'm talking about just fans. I'm just going just from the stand.
I really think there was like 10 of them. There was like 10 of them.
If I had a team that relocated far, far away, like say if the Mets relocated to Oklahoma,
like the Calgary Flames. Where were they at before that? I can't remember. Where was that? Where were they at before? Where was that?
You made your point. You made your point.
Was it Atlanta?
About that.
Was it Atlanta? Was it hot Atlanta? Oh. Yeah. Okay, so let's imagine like the Atlanta Flames moved all the way over basically as far as they can possibly get over into Western Canada to Calgary away from Atlanta. Okay, so go ahead. What's next?
I feel bad for those fans. Hey, let me tell you something. Our good friend of the podcast, Bill Clement, was an Atlanta Flames player. And
he'll probably tell you the same thing. There were better crowds in Philly. I mean, better is a choice of words. We'll just say larger crowds in Philly, okay? Because we all know Philly. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I'm
Philly
going to
fans.
keep my mouth shut because I'm going to be down in Philly.
You got to be there pretty soon.
Yeah, so I can't
on Sunday.
Can't be talking about you kiss your sisters, all that kind of stuff. Wawa sucks and all that kind of crap.
You know what? I will admit I love Wawa. I do love Quick Check as well, but I love Wawa. I'm not gonna lie. I do love me some Wawa.
If I had my choice,
what was at the beach?
I went to school in Pennsylvania, so I was in Central PA, little school called Penn State, and it was either Sheetz or Wawa, and I was a big Sheetz fan back in the day. Sheetz.
What is that? What's Sheetz?
SHEETZ.
Yeah, I know what they are. They're things you put on your bed and sleep on them. Why would that be like a dinner place? I don't understand. I'm not getting the connection there.
Oh.
Hey, go eat in bed because that's what everyone wants. Like a nice, oil and vinegar tomato, like dropping on your bed when you're on the sheets. When you're in the sheets.
Well, we call it something else, but I'll tell you off air. That's what we used to call it.
I wonder. I can't imagine what alliteration you came up with for that one.
4 a.m.
Let me think.
4 a.m. in the morning after a night out, and you're trying to order. You're like at the touch panel. You're like, extra mayo. Ordering sandwiches at 4 a.m. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah. Daniel writes, where'd you go to college, Scotty?
Where did I go to college? I went to the very lovely Kane University, right there in
good
Union and Elizabeth, New Jersey. Yeah,
very good school.
Yeah, it looks a lot different now than when I was there.
Yeah,
when I was there, it was just piles of construction around the campus. Them rebuilding everything. My tuition paid for all of it to get rebuilt, and then I got to, reap none of the benefits from it. But I went to school at Kane, if you're wondering.
Well, Scotty, but anywho,
I think it's about time we wrap it up, Samu, right?
Yeah. When's the next game?
Thursday. And actually, I don't know if I'm going to be around because, believe it or not, I know everyone out there on the East Coast has been doing pretty well with it, so I hear. But out in California, it's been a little bit of a cluster. But I finally got an appointment to get my first COVID vaccination, so it is on Thursday.
Congratulations.
Well, yeah, except I'm a huge, huge wuss when it comes to needles, and I'm preparing for probably like fainting in the middle of CVS to get my COVID shot. Yeah, so it's awesome. My doctors love me every year when I go in for my physical. You're a big guy. You're a tough guy, Scott. You're not gonna do it. Out.
Can
on
we?
the ground.
Can we?
No, you're not gonna videotape it. No, I know exactly where you're going with that one. Nope. You can try and steal the security footage from the,
So you're saying that I have to watch the third period next game?
No, you got to watch the first and second period. That's what watching the third period's no problem. Next game, no, we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything will be fine, but you never, you can have a reaction or something like that. But hopefully I'll be back. Hopefully the line won't be too long. I won't have to wait there for an hour or two, and hopefully everything will be cool and I'll get back and I will be on time. But just in case, just letting you know.
Well, hopefully it's a happy Devils third period recap on Thursday.
Maybe we should just start counting the score in the third period only. I mean, by that we would have won 5-2, right? Or 6-2.
Yeah.
We put up a 6-pack in the third period and we still lost. Oh my god.
Only these Devils. But you know what? The future is bright. So let's not go hard on these guys too much. But eventually I'm going to have someone to blame. Don't know who yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know exactly who you have to blame. You've already told us plenty of times. I know exactly who you have to blame.
Just sell the team. Just sell the team.
Here it comes.
Just sell the team.
Sell the team to me, Sam Wu at Sam Wu Inc.
Hey, if I ran this team, I'll tell you, we would build something special here in New Jersey. If I ran this, they'd
all be clean shaven because Lou would be back as general manager. No one would have social media accounts.
Yeah, if I was the owner, I bet you Lou would fire me as an owner. That's what
probably,
I like about it. He'd probably throw some jelly at me, call up his judge friend in Bergen County, and have a restraining order, even though I own the team. That's how ninja Lou Lamoriello is, right?
And somehow he'll win the appeal in court. I don't know. That's just Lou. That's how he does it. Yeah.
Or he'll bury me in the minors, and I can't even get my salary.
He'll take you through the arbitration process.
or the press asks, Lou, where's Sam Wu? How come he's not in the owner's box? Upper body injury. Next question.
Upper body injury. Yep.
Yeah, after he punches me in the face for being a stupid owner. Anyway. All
right, Sam Wu.
That's enough now.
Until next game, right?
Yeah, next game, and also State of the Fan address tomorrow, Wednesday night. Nick Villano and I at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We are going to just podcast and just talk about the Devils. Just talk about the Devils. It's going to be great content, lots of fun. Until next time, let's go Devils. See you later, Scotty.
Woo!